And listen, because NASA found heaven using the Hubble telescope. Look.
Hey, the Hubble telescope launched back in 1990. 4 years later, 1994, we get that image right there. Okay, shot back down to Earth from the Hubble telescope. Now, what did NASA do? Of course, they tried to hide it, but it didn't work. Now, by the way, that picture right there, my uncle gave me that picture. It was taken by a photographer at Ellington Airfield of the Hubble telescope. You guys know my uncle worked at NASA, and he told me that NASA, does in fact try to hide images and anomalies from the public. Okay, I just wanted to include that little tidbit of information in my video today. By the way, my microphone shorted out. I'm using a different microphone, guys. But check it out. I mean, look, you can see towers, pillars, caves. I mean, it looks like a man-made building. Okay, this galactic city in the middle of the universe. I mean, this is mind-blowing. Like, I thought it was fake, but this is, like I said, guys, this is a real NASA image leaked to the public. And I don't know why I've never heard about it. I was watching another channel last night, and they covered the topic here, and I was blown away. I mean, it's quite beautiful, actually. And the crazy thing is, okay, when it was leaked back in 1994, it was one day after Christmas. So was that intentional? Because they're calling it, the city of God. So to me, I mean, I don't know, was that someone at NASA that, is basically trying to send us, the American people, the Earth, the world, for the world, really, when we're talking about the Hubble telescope, are they trying to send us a message? I mean, what are we looking at here, guys? Crazy. I mean, it reminds me of, like, ancient ruins, like on Mars, or the moon, or, or any planet for that matter, but check it out. And it has like these weird domes and tower, almost like a watchtower, and you can actually see different rooms. And I mean, to me, there's too many shapes, and there's too much geography there. It doesn't look natural. Okay. And again, it's very beautiful to look at. When I saw it, I just kind of stared at it for a while. I was like, wow, that is absolutely beautiful. But, I mean, right there's the original image right there. I did add a little bit of a filter, but like I said, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you the original NASA image untouched. And also, we're going to zoom in here in a minute and, get a really good close look at it. Because you guys know I do everything I can to show you every bit of detail. I mean, right there, guys. Here we go. We're going to zoom in a little bit. I mean, that to me, I don't know. That does not look natural. And why would something like that be literally floating in space, right? And right there, you see that little tower? And is that like a little moon? Maybe they have two moons behind them. It looks like a city. Like something you would see like on Google Maps. I mean, totally crazy. Like there's a little tunnel right there, some caves, and almost like a V-shaped roof back there. Some type of awning. I don't know, guys. I mean, you tell me. You tell me what you think in the comment section, because, I'm completely blown away here. And when you put all the facts together, the fact that it was leaked, okay, NASA tried to classify the picture, right? They tried to hide the picture from the public, but it was too late. Reporters already had their hands on it. And by the way, it's kind of buried on the internet.
Pay attention to what he said, because his father used to work for NASA, and NASA would withhold images from the public. They didn't want anyone seeing these images. But this image right here is the one that got leaked in 1994. Now, the fact that this is a confirmed leak image from NASA and that the Hubble Space Telescope took this image, this holds some weight to it, and I'm finding it hard not to believe. But I'm going to do some digging and see what I can find. All you got to do is continue to pay attention, because things are getting weird.
Well, if this is not some confirmation bias, this is some serious confirmation bias going on right here. Now, first, the creator of that particular video, the video I showed, he said he was going to do some digging. Why wouldn't you do your digging before you make your video? I usually do my digging before I make my videos, just to make sure that I am making as correct a video as I possibly can. But you're going to do your digging after the video. You're just as much as a sensationalist as the World Weekly News, which is the organization that reported this. Yes, that same very World Weekly News that I remember posted a thing called Bat Boy, where it was supposed to be in a half human, half bat. This was a tabloid. World Weekly News is a tabloid. And I know many of the younger generation may not know what that is, but when I was growing up, right at the grocery line checkout, there were the tabloid magazines, and always had the most fantastical stories. And everybody understood the tabloids were simply just that. And they were also used in, what was it, Men in Black, where they said they looked at the tabloids and that's where the real information was. And it seems that people are falling for this left and right. Now, as I researched prior to making this video, the images are an artist's creation. They're CGI. They're not real images that were taken by the Hubble telescope in 1994. President Clinton and Vice President, what was his name? I forgot his name. Shit. They were not served under them jokers. They were not deeply interested in this information because it was a tabloid information designed to get people to buy magazine covers. That's all it was. And now it's making its circulations again. The gentleman in the original video who claimed that he received this picture from his uncle actually does not have an uncle that worked for NASA ever. So it is all fictitiously made, but people are going to buy into it. But let's just say, for an instance, that this is a real image by NASA, right? And NASA covered it up. Do I think NASA has the ability to cover things up and not give all the information to the public? Of course. Did they find lights of a city on another planet? Would they cover that up? Probably. Would they cover up, lights emanating from the dark side of the moon? Possibly. But even if this image was real, why does it have to be the Christian heaven? You ever think about that? If anything, the Vikings described the Norse and the Germanians and the Proto-Iranians described a heavenly city that was flat. So you flat earthers should like this image, that was flat. And that this was Asgard, as the Norse called it. So why couldn't this be Asgard? Why couldn't this be the abode of Odin and Thor and Frigga and all of those kinds of people? Why does it have to be the Christian heaven? Why can't this be the city of Agramanya? Or not Agramanya, Ahura Mazda. Why wouldn't it be the Zoroastrian city of Ahura Mazda city? Why can't this be the city of Brahman, and where, since their religion is older than Christianity and the Israelite religion, why can't this be the city of Brahma and Krishna instead of being the heavenly city of the Christian God? Is that not confirmation bias that it has to be the Christian God's heaven? Why can't this be the true city of Mount Olympus and where Zeus lives, or the sky people of the Hopi Indians, or Quetzalcoatl of the Aztecs and Mayans? Why can't it be their city that they're supposed to descend from? Or with the Aboriginals in Australia, can't be the city? Why can't it be their city? Why does it have to be the Christian city? That is confirmation bias at its finest, that is the only thing it possibly could be. But it's all a hoax. It's all something that was created by some guy who was able to get his hands on or recognize a tabloid image that was made in 1994, and now he's running with it, as most conspiracies do. They run with things, and people who are always looking for those sorts of things buy into it immediately and claim it to be reality. Do your research before you make your video, my guy. And always remember that you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations to the heavenly city. I can't wait to get to Asgard to tell my stories of battle.